Corruption in the medical industry.
Now I say corruption in the medical industry. I'm not here to beat on anybody's work. If you're RN or doctor, nurse, dentist, I'm not here to talk bad about your work or put you down in any way. I'm here to inspire, teach, give knowledge, share my experience. I'm not here to put down anybody or be negative. But there's a lot of things that need to be talked about. And I'm just going to say it's my opinion, because to a lot of people, they might think differently depending on, the line of work that you might be in. And, just your own experience with, the medical industry itself. So some people, might think that the medical industry is great. It's probably helped them, probably kept them alive. So the medical industry can be anything, as I mentioned, from dental, hospital, pharmaceutical. So if you work in those fields, then most likely you're gonna back it, because that's where you get your money from. That's how you get paid. So you're not gonna talk about it and not be negative, but speak the truth on it, because then you won't have a job anymore. So as I mentioned, everything is about money. Everything is about money. And if you think you're going to the hospital to be healed and they're gonna care for you, you're wrong. They don't care about you. Once you step in that hospital, all they see is dollar signs. If a woman is pregnant and she's going into labor, and they see you coming in with a belly and you're about to give labor, you're about to give childbirth, all they see is money, dollar sign on that baby's face. That baby's body is a dollar sign. There's no care, there's no love. They're gonna act like they care, but that's how it is. They're gonna act like they care about you. They care for your well-being, and they want to keep you safe and this and that. But it's just about the money. They want to see, how many procedures they could do on you, so that they could make money off of you. And first thing is what kind of insurance you have too. But that's very important. How much does the insurance covers? Because they get paid through the insurance. So depending on the procedure they're doing, they get full coverage on it. So as I said, I'm not here to beat on any industry, any corporations or nothing like that. But I will speak the truth on it, and speak my mind about it. There's nothing wrong with that. So basically, as I mentioned, if you go into a hospital, giving birth, and you have the kid, they will sometime look at your records and try to figure out everything they can figure out about you, before they start treating you. So basically, if you're only breastfeeding, the woman is only breastfeeding the kid, right? They will go to a certain procedure that they usually do for women who do breastfeeding only. So you remember when a baby is born, it takes him a while to adjust to the environment, because it's different, because he has been in the mother's womb for over 9 months. So it's going to be different when he reach to the environment, to you start breathing air and things like that. His body is going to take time to develop. So a lot of these hospitals, they will sometimes have this agenda where women who breastfeeds, they might probably try to do something like, oh, the baby is he's dehydrated, he's not getting a lot of breast milk, and he might need to go and do baby formula. So they will try to push that, on you. But a natural way is that you drink from the mother's breast milk, right? But the thing is that it takes a while for that to develop. It takes a couple of days, like 1 or 2 days, 3 days for you to start getting milk. But they want to push that, oh, you need baby, you need baby formula right now because you're not making enough milk. But if you naturally leave the mom with the baby will be fine. But they need to make money, so they're gonna push agenda, and they're gonna take what's natural and try to mess around with it, and then try to say that you need to do all these things because what you're supposed to be doing is not happening. But the fact of the matter is that it takes time for it to happen, so they kind of intervene it before it happens, but it will happen. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of confusing, but if you really look deep into it and have experienced it, you will understand what I'm really saying. And that goes for anything. That goes for any disorders that there might be, and some of it is not even a disorder. So like an example, if a baby is born, sometimes certain levels might be a little high because that's just natural, because it's trying to adjust to the environment. So you might have a level that's at a certain height, but then it will automatically come back down. But what they do, they will give you a bunch of tests when it's kind of low, and then they will say, oh, the levels are seeming to be rising, which naturally that's going to happen, but they're trying to intervene it and then work it day by day to where the levels are rising. Then they will take a test when the levels is high, and then they will say, oh, this is serious problems you're having now because the levels are really high, and we need to put the baby in on this other machine to help him to lower his levels because he's in danger. But what's happening that the baby is naturally going to adapt to the environment, regardless if they put him on a machine, regardless if they test him, he's going to adapt to the environment. That's what I'm saying. You cannot mess with nature. It's just a natural way. It's just going to happen that way. It's naturally going to happen. So they will put the baby on that machine to whatever they need to put him on. But they will make it seem like the machine is going to heal him. The machine is going to make his levels fall. But in reality, on that, say that you have 4 days, baby has 4 days, right, when he's born, and on the 4th day, he will basically level out. So the first day, that certain level is rising. Second, it's still rising. Then third is starting to hit the peak a little bit, and then the fourth it drops. So basically they will test you on that first day quickly, then they'll test you on the second, and then they'll test you on the height of it, and then they will tell you all these scary fear tactic things that you need to do something quickly, we need to do this right now at this moment because your kid is going to have brain damage and is going to die, and they scare you with fear tactics. And to a normal person that doesn't have knowledge and understand these things, they will do whatever it takes for the baby, for that child, because you don't want to see anything happen to the child. But that's just them not understanding, don't have the knowledge of what these medical industrial hospitals are doing. They're basically going off of what naturally is going to happen and try to make it look like your child is in danger of being sick or going to develop a certain disorder. But it doesn't happen that way. So on the 4th day, as I mentioned, put them on a machine, give them a next test. After they put them in the machine, they come back and test them again, maybe for the 5th time. And each one of those blood tests they do costs money. Everything that they initiate, from the blood test, from putting him on this special machine that's going to heal him and lowers levels, that costs money too. So that's money in their pocket again, alright? So after they put you on the machine, you spend a couple hours on it, and then on that 4th day now, they run that blood test again. And they come back and they're like, oh, I have good news. Your levels has lowered, and your child is ready to go home, and he's healthy, and he's doing well. And I want you to keep on using that breast milk. Don't use any formula. Just feed him on breast milk, because you're doing great. The thing is that regardless if they test you or not and put fear into you, naturally you're supposed to go through that process as a baby when you're born, because you try to adapt to the environment. So the baby is going to go through a certain process because he's developing. You know what I'm saying? The body is developing, so he's going to go through certain experiences, but they want to make it seem like they're helping you and they care about you and they're trying to heal you. The best way to heal your body is through time, rest. The body will heal itself, especially rest, which in the hospital they don't give you rest. They keep coming in every 30 minutes. They keep coming in, make sure you don't get no sleep. If your body don't rest, your body can't heal. You know what I'm saying? So, it seems kind of weird and strange that these things happen, and a lot of people look up to the medical industry for help, for the hospitals for help. They look up to these people for help, which RN doctors, they all go to school, and they get their PhDs and all these things, which again, I'm not talking bad about them, but they come out teaching you and try to help you with the knowledge that they have learned, which is basically pharmaceutical drugs and gimmicks, basically, and try to keep you sick for profit, to make money, because if you don't stay sick, and if you are not sick, then there won't be no need for no hospital. That's the thing. They like fuel their business off of people being sick, and they are the ones who can help and save you, which doesn't work that way. They don't heal anybody. They want to mask it with their drugs. You cannot mess with nature. If you want to heal your body, you do natural things to it. You eat natural foods. You eat the cleanest foods. You exercise. That's how you're gonna heal your body. Resting. Give your body time to heal. Not putting drugs in it. Not trying to manipulate. The naturalness of your body. For profit. That's just ripping off the people, basically, and lying to them. And what they do too, sometimes they will push baby formulas. Depends on what the formula is. It could be milk based, could be soy. They will push it, because they want you to get hooked on the baby formulas, because again, they make money off that. So if they can keep the baby formulas, in rotation, you will go to the stores and buy a baby formula. And each time you drink formulas from the hospital, you're paying for that. So they will push baby formula, and once they get what they need out of you, and depending what your paperwork say and what they found out about you, they could find out that you were probably a plant-based person, maybe a vegan, maybe just someone that's more holistic lifestyle. They will then come back to you in the end of everything after they make the money off of you, and they will you know, talk to you the way how, you know, you want to hear it, to make it seem like, you know, they're this righteous bunch of people and they were here to help you and they care for your well-being. But at the end of the day, all it was just business for money. It was an agenda. You know, it's basically a routine that they have developed, and it's developed for all different type of, you know, so-called diseases they might have. You know, for pregnant people, there might be one for cancer patients, there might be one for somebody who has bronchitis. You know, it's all set up for different types of diseases or pregnancies or whatever, or a broken arm or whatever. So they follow that guideline, and each person, you know, played a part. So it's basically, you know, it's like a game they're basically playing. So their intention is not to heal you, because whatever they're doing cannot heal you. You know, that is not their intentions. The intention is to go through with the agenda and make that money from doing it. And that's basically it. So I mean, you know, it's sad to say, but that's what it is, man. And again, a lot of people are not going to agree with this, and a lot of people will agree with me on it. You know, it just depends on what lifestyle you live in. If you're somebody that's maybe say diabetic or a cancer patient that went through chemo and then you feel like they helped you and heal you, then you're not going to agree with me. You know, because you're going to say that you did radiation, you did all these things and it has saved your life. You're not going to agree with what I said, because you're going to believe in what the medical industry can do for you. You know, and if you're taking drugs and pharmaceutical drugs and for all your medical problems you have, and it's masking everything, then you're not going to agree with what I say. So, as I say, it's a very touchy subject, and that's just what it is, man. That's just the world that we live in, the system, I should say. It's a system that we live in.